Hello everyone, JK Mom Soaps and More is back. I am going to do a molasses soap, not only molasses but molasses and oats. And this soap is supposed to be helping the skin to get smooth and soft, but also for people with troubled skin, acne, rosacea, eczema, you name it. It's supposed to help with that, but it's gonna be a soap with some extra moisturizing properties because it's a new formula. Yes, but I'm not gonna be talking about the soap anymore this time around. Oh, before I forget, sorry, my excuses. I wish you all a very happy and most of all a healthy new year. I'm not gonna be talking about the soap anymore, but my first soap video of this year is gonna be, I'm gonna give it a little twist and you will hear all about it. See you in a bit, or yes, in a bit. Yes, so here the story goes. I was always into handmade products, but I wasn't busy that actively. And what I did back then was like always making my mixtures or soaps, but then using bases. So, or ready-made bases. And then time went by and I moved out with my kids to another environment, and that is when they even though they were vaccinated, they got the chicken pox, and it was so severe that I started to panic. But since both of them got the chicken pox, and their body was so, should I say, harmed, they had, after the chicken pox, it lasted a couple of weeks, I guess, or a week or so. But afterwards, they had so many blemishes on their body that I was kind of concerned, because as a kid I used to have a whole lot of blemishes on my skin also. And back then people don't really care about those things, so the elderly didn't even bother to help me with those blemishes, getting them off my body, etc. So I have decided then that having a little bit of knowledge about handmade body products, that I would just go for it and try to switch things up and start to use my own handmade products on our skin and stop using store-bought products. And that is how it all started, and then the love started to grow, and it went on and on until I was totally obsessed with it. The obsession seems to be a good thing, because I realized that it was in those moments that I was better in processing my feelings, my emotions, and trying to organize everything in my head. That caused my obsession just to go on another level, because that was kind of my only time that I could really be on my own and do the thinking and do the processing. So even though you will see a video of around 17 minutes or 18 minutes, the actual process for me will take hours. So even before picking out my ingredients, I will spend hours thinking and rethinking things. And then from the moment I start to pick out my ingredients and measure them and things like that, until the end of that process, like the pouring and then cleaning up, that will take around 2 hours or more. And just to give you a simple idea of how I see things, it's like I'm comparing the process of making the body products that I make with my life. It's we're all here on this earth with a own free will. And um, just an example, I am the one who's in charge of picking out my ingredients for my products. I am the one in charge of bringing everything together, mixing it, pouring it, and then awaiting the result of uh, of the pour. And then seeing afterwards, after saponification, let's say in case of soap, after the saponification process, I get to see the outcome, what the soap loaf will look like, and after cutting it, what the inside of the soap will look like. And it might be pretty, but it also might be a gorgeous soap. So that's the same with life. Because I have a free will, I will decide what my direction in life is. I make my choices, and they may be poor choices, but they may also be good choices. The thing is that just as in soap, sometimes you have a plan in your head and you're executing the plan, but then there's a whole lot of obstacles. It might be dealing with thick batter, dealing with separation of the batter, and then you don't get the smoothness that you want, or you don't get the design that you want. And that results in disappointment sometimes. But sometimes you're also surprised by the outcome because you did not expect that, given that the process was a difficult one, and you still end up with a very beautiful soap design wise. And then to compare that with the life, is that you may make poor decisions and the outcome might be very disappointing, but at the other hand, you might also get good results out of it. The thing is that even though whatever you have, whatever your decisions in life, if the outcome is not as expected, doesn't mean that that is the end of the road. Sometimes you need to try and retry things until you get a result that you're satisfied with. But sometimes again, you need to know when to stop. Because I have it also. Sometimes I will try a soap, a design. The ingredients are gorgeous. They're good, very very good skin benefits. But the look of the soap is not what I want or what I like or what I consider beautiful. And then I will try again and try again and try again until I get the results that is uh, good enough for me. But sometimes I won't. And then I will know that I need to stop right there and say, you know what? Leave it as is. You cannot, sometimes things are not meant to be at that particular moment. Sometimes you just need to give it a rest and try it on another time. And that doesn't mean that you're not worthy or that you're not good enough. It's just not the time. So sometimes you need to give things a rest in life and just go on, move forward in life, because you cannot stay at one specific point trying and trying and trying without even progressing in life. Just know that you need to let things go. You need to how can I say that? You need to realize sometimes when it's time to let things go and go forward in life. And that is what this whole process of, that is the therapeutic part of the soap making and the other products is doing for me. It gives me time to think, it gives me time to process, but it also gives me the insight of how to analyze things and compare it to my life. Okay, and now I will jump right away because I only have 4 minutes left, and hopefully I can do this in 4 minutes. But I would like to share how this soap making process helped me to process my emotions, my mental state that I was in December of last year. So since the beginning of December, it was like a roller coaster of feelings that I had. I started the month with feeling very happy for some reason and thankful, very grateful for being a blessed person and for everything I've accomplished until now. And then suddenly, a couple of days later, I went from feeling grateful and happy to questioning myself, questioning my abilities as a mother, questioning if I'm good enough, what I can do better. But that wasn't, what I can do better was not even an issue. I was like torturing myself with the idea that I was not good enough as a mother. And then again, after a couple of days, I know I was sitting doing something, and then it suddenly hit me like it was a sudden realization that I'm a strong person. And it was just like being struck by lightning. I will, with about this feeling, I will tell you more about that feeling in another video, but hopefully I'm not the only one who have this type of moments. Yes, and I got that feeling, and right around that period of time, I was watching life experiencing of people. I came to a page with post of life experiences of people, and that's when I saw a video of someone talking about his childhood and the effect it had on him. And that is when I broke down. I totally broke down. I'm not an emotional kind of person anymore. I'm not really crying. The last time I cried was, I think, a couple of years ago. And I just lost it. I realized that I wasn't only crying for the storyteller, but I was especially crying for me. For me growing up as a kid, losing her one single parent, and having to endure all the experience I have in life growing up, but still surviving. And I was crying for my kids, wondering what will await them in this life. I was crying for all the kids going through pain. It was, oh boy, that was something else. And it was the 29th of December when I started crying, waking up on the 30th, early in the morning, started to cry again, and it was that weird kind of cry that comes up from deep within your tummy, boiling up, coming up, and getting out of your mouth. And afterwards, I calmed down and I felt this serenity coming over me, and everything was okay. And that's when I knew that I was ready to face 2022. I guess the moral of the story is to find something in life that we love. It may be drawing, it's for some people it may be gardening, whatever it is, be creative, because that may help someone to cope with emotions, feelings, whatever is troubling you as a person. Just find something, because not everyone is willing to share his or her moments with somebody else. So be your own psychiatrist and try it. It may help, you never know. So that's it for today. Until next time, I hope you have enjoyed the making of this molasses and soap and oats video. And yes, until next time. Bye bye.